What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter, and this is a very interesting report. I know a lot of you probably noticed that Little Miss, half of the country is bad, star of Snow White, Rachel Zegler, got real quiet on social media after saying that she hopes nothing but bad things happen to not only Donald Trump, but anybody who voted for him. Remember how quiet she got after that? Well, it turns out that there was an emergency meeting at Disney, and they had to fly somebody to New York to reprimand her about her social media use. This is bonkers. This is going to go down as one of the most disastrous flops in Disney history. I don't know if we have any updated box office numbers, because it'll probably be, won't be again till after this weekend. Another big chance for them to gain ground. And I still say they might, but this is crazy. This downfall of Rachel Zegler, who hates you, is brought to you by MetaPCs.com. It's the only computer I use, the only computer I trust. Promo code QUARTERING will save you money. It's veteran owned. They have financing, ready to ship PCs, custom PCs. You can do AMD, you can do Intel. It's the only computer I use. It's a computer Maggie uses. It's a laptop I use. And the new NVIDIA 50 series is in stock there, ready for build. And so check them out. And also, this week, I'm really pushing hard to get people to give Coffee Brand coffee a try. It's my coffee company. It's not some dropship garbage like everyone else sells. We're moving into a brand new 15,000 square foot building. We've invested about $250,000 in the last 2 weeks, every penny the company's ever made to bring you not only better products, but lower prices and faster shipping. So please do consider picking up one of these bundles, which are linked in the description below. Promo code RUMBLE will save you 10%. That definitely needs your help. We also have organic tea, cold brew, and K-Cups if coffee's not your bag. Snow White star Rachel Zegler's social media had to be vetted by Disney after anti-Trump post. Controversies surrounding the Snow White remake have exploded in recent weeks. However, a new report now claims that Rachel Zegler's social media posts have roiled the House of the Mouse internally for months. After Zegler fired off a series of missives that disparaged President Trump, the studio went so far as to hire a social media guru to closely scrutinize her online activity, according to Variety magazine. In November 2024, 3 months after the 23-year-old woman that looks like a fish was criticized for commenting, "And always remember Free Palestine," on a trailer for her PG rated movie, she piled on posting "F Donald Trump" and made Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. Disney did not want to alienate the 49.8% of Americans who voted for Trump that very same month from seeing its $270 million movie, so it reportedly enlisted an overseer for Zegler. After back and forth, she began working with social media guru paid for by Disney to vet any posts before the film's March 21st release. The worried studio also implored the West Side Story star to take down her Palestine post. Producer Mark Platt, who produced last year's Wicked, allegedly flew from Los Angeles to New York to beg her while she was appearing in Romeo and Juliet on Broadway. But the actress stood her ground, Variety said. Now, I guess based. I nothing Palestine. I don't have any skin in the game. So like whatever. But I do actually support her saying, no, I'm not going to take that down. The only difference is Gina Carano, who went through the very same thing, did the same thing, but ended up getting fired anyway. She didn't understand the repercussions of her actions as far as what it meant for the film, for Gal Gadot, for anyone, a source told the trade. Gadot, 39, began to receive death threats. An outlet additionally claimed adding that Disney was forced to hire security for the Israeli Wonder Woman actress who plays the evil queen. The post has reached out for Disney for comment. I mean, This is so much worse than anyone imagined. This is what you get, right? And what's great is Zegler put out a post saying, "Hey, look, we're the #1 movie in the country. Isn't this so great?" Well, she was forced to turn off the comments on her own Instagram post after she got roasted for her #1 movie. Some of the comments with tens of thousands of likes. "What in the Hunter Biden have you been smoking? You had the worst opening in Disney history. You were glorious," 800 likes, so that's important. Of course, she responded to Nick Adams saying, "Thank you, baby. I love that you won't even admit that it only made $43 million this weekend, and it's the lowest opening for a Disney live-action remake of all time. The question is, in which world? Guys, by #1, she means her IMDb score." I mean, absolutely savaged. The fact that they had to run somebody there to have her scrub her social media is actually bonkers. And this is only getting worse. Mark Platt reportedly flew to New York to reprimand Rachel Zegler about social media. Zegler allegedly angered both Disney and the Snow White producer by posting Free Palestine in a thread promoting the film. Now, I don't know who Mark Platt is and if he's Jewish. Maybe he has, let's see, a personal tie to it. I don't know why. Maybe Mark Platt is an American producer. He was born and raised in a conservative Jewish home. Okay, so he's Jewish. So he flew up and told her that she's not allowed to post that crap on social media. On August 12th, 3 days after Rachel Zegler hit the stage at D23's fan event, she introduced the first trailer of Snow White, thanked supporters exclusively in an X post for driving the teaser to 120 million views in 24 hours. 1 minute later, she added the afterthought to the very same thread, and as always, Free Palestine. The addendum, which amassed 8.8 million views, nearly 4 times the number of the initial post, quickly made the rounds, with social media inside the studio expressing shock that the Snow White star would commingle the promotion of its $270 million tentpole with any kind of political statement. A Disney executive raised the studio's concerns with Zegler's team, while the film's producer, Mark Platt, flew to New York to yell at her directly. She didn't understand the repercussions of her actions as far as what meant for the film, for Gal, or anyone. 3 months later, following the presidential election, she posted what she posted about Donald Trump. Now that the film's dismal opening weekend, 87 million worldwide, is in the rearview mirror, Burbank brass are evaluating what went wrong. To put Snow White's global box office haul into perspective, it's $34 million less than Warner Brothers' Joker Folie à Deux, but with a bigger budget by $70 million. You can't say that a live-action remake out of the iconic vault that cost $270 million and had to be refilmed multiple times, opening to $50 million, is okay. The math does not work. That movie should have been a $1 billion movie, an executive at a rival studio said. The film was tracking for $45 million to $55 million domestic open and ended up at below even the low-end average of $43 million. Now, we do know that, sure, the film it absolutely positively could, pull this off and find a way, right? It could. But the fact that, to say all press is good press, but in Snow White's case, they were unabashedly wrong, says box office analyst Jeff Brock of Exhibitor Relations. Too much negative controversy around this film for years, and it didn't help that the reviews were subpar, like rendering its last live-action adventure to D+ for many potential ticket buyers. A possible saving grace is a feeble marketplace where Snow White could stay a while, as many family films have, despite a lackluster debut. At this point, 2 weeks in, we'll see what the numbers are. If it gets to 200, 300 million this week, maybe it ekes out 400 or 500 million. But remember, it needs 750 million to break even. $750 million just to break even. This is on top of a report I've got later about some crap she said to Gal Gadot that's causing problems. I mean, you see, I'm not a movie producer, but if I was, I would probably choose a white actress to play a character whose main characteristic is her ultra white skin. You can tell they all tried to fix the problem, but it was too late. She did too much damage to the film. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I wonder what this means. I truly wonder what this means. She got the role in what? Evita or something like that? Some other thing. I don't know what the demand is for yet another, actress, or, an unattractive Colombian actress who looks like a fish. But I just don't, I mean, the best thing they can do is probably make sure that the budget is super tiny. You see even Daily Mail. Woke Snow White star Rachel Zegler blamed for spike in death threats towards co-star Gal Gadot. The comment allegedly calls a spike in threats to Gal Gadot. Of course it did. Of course it did, because she willingly put Gal Gadot like as the Jew in the Jews versus Palestine thing that was going on. This is, wild. Gal Gadot, obviously people put free Palestine, people harassing her. Now, none of these are threats on her life, but I suspect they might exist. I always say, if you're going to say these threats exist, you should post them publicly so the world can see, so we don't think you're lying. But this was a spectacular disaster, and maybe the best example of get woke, go broke in a long time. Don't forget, down in the description, coffeebrandcoffee.com. Pick up a bundle, code RUMBLE, 10% off. Meta PCs, promo code quartering. Get that new NVIDIA 50 series. I don't even have it yet, but I'm hoping to get it soon. You can custom build PCs. You can get ready to ship PCs. All sorts of stuff. They have financing and much more. We'll talk to you again real soon.